Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. Today, Cactus Airlines Incorporated takes flight with their spectacular Airshow, showcasing precision, power, and aviation like you've never seen before. From jaw-dropping maneuvers to cutting-edge aircraft, this is one event that's set to soar into the history books. We yield the floor to the Chief Executive Officer. That's his on board of the plane right now. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves.
Cactus Airlines New York-Dale Airshow. Today we will be flying and doing acrobatics with some of the most important planes in Cactus Airlines history. Now, the first plane we'll be doing is a 737, which will be doing a flyover of the crowd and the city over there. And then we'll land over everyone. It's a health and safety nightmare, but don't question it. Anyways, okay, we are ready for takeoff in the 737. Let's go. And we have now taken off. Over the crowd we go. And now time for the acrobatics. Now remember, the 737 is a big plane for its type. Well, a very small plane for its type, but still very big. Because this is not a Cessna we're dealing with. This is a full Boeing aircraft. And you know how big Boeing aircraft can get. Anyways, we're now about to fly over the city. Do some acrobatics for them. Okay, we're flying over the harbour. Over the open ocean. We'll now get ready to land. Since the pulling down in this thing, or lowering the nose in this thing is very hard. Pitch down is very hard on this. But still, nonetheless, it is an amazing aircraft to fly. So just a personal tip about me. This was my first aircraft I flew. Delivery is made by me. The earlier livery did not look as nice as this, that's for sure. The 737 is our oldest aircraft. So, yeah. We were going to replace these, but we thought, nah, they're too amazing to replace. We shall not replace them. This does require a lot of skill to fly. Okay, and landing. We have now landed the 737. Because we may use the taxiway as a runway sometimes too. So that was the 737 for you guys. Now is the hardest one. The 787. This is the most successful aircraft in the airline by far. When this happened, we were skyrocketing. This is our best aircraft, I must say. Also our hardest to maneuver. So yeah. We use it for red-eye flights, but enough of that. Time to take off. Same procedure as the 737 again. Somehow we did not do anything stupid. We managed to take off perfectly. Okay, so the 787 is a bit harder to do acrobatics in. So this will be a very big challenge. So we may have to do a circle around the city, since acrobatics in this are not possible. The 737 is way easier. Trust me. Anyways, let's fly for the people in the city, because they will be wanting to see this beauty. Oh. Don't worry about that. We are fine. We are Okay, we shall now get ready to land. So yeah, don't worry about the damage. It is really nothing for us. Yeah, this also shows how sturdy the 787 is. AKA, really sturdy. Unlike some aircraft in brick rigs, which are probably the most exploding prone planes ever. Anyways, the New Yorkdale runway system is very weird. Very. So it is hard to land this. Have to do a circle around. Or not even land this, but whatever. Okay, after deep consideration, the 787 will not be landing at New Yorkdale as it needs to head for repairs. But yeah, that was the 787 for you guys. Give it a round of applause to the 787. Now, we will now be venturing into the world of cargo aircraft with our largest combined aircraft ever built. This will be the AN225 Maria. We have 3 of these. Today, CAC225 has come for the Airshow. Later these aircraft will be able to explore as they'll be parked besides the 787. There is going to be another 787 at the Airshow, so bear in mind. Anyways, let's make this giant behemoth take off. You could see how much takeoff space you need for these things. We can't really track the front gear because it works weirdly. It works in the cargo door selection, but we won't use that. Anyways, this will be very hard to do acrobatics in. Very. But a bit easier than the 787 because this is an Uncle T plane. And if you know Uncle T planes, they are either ridiculously fast or ridiculously maneuverable. Which I love their planes for that. Anyways, let's fly over the city. This plane is very durable, I must say. It's been in a few crashes, very durable, survived all of them. Also, RIP to the real Maria. It got shelled on the attack on Hostomel Airport at the start of the Ukraine-Russian war. So RIP to it. It's now done a flyover of the city and will now be ready to land. As you can see, all our gear is retracted. The 32 wheels, yes, 32, are retracted, ready to land. I don't know if we can land this thing without hitting the crowd, but whatever. This plane has done wonders for us, so it needs a lot of takeoff space, so this is like a 1-2 buckle my shoe plane, aka a very easy plane to fly. You need a lot and a lot of practice to fly it. You could see how nice the maneuverability on this is compared to the 787. That's how the planes will not land at New Yorkdale due to their sheer size. Yeah, so after the consideration, the AN225 will not also be landing in New Yorkdale. It's also going to go to the Brixton Airshow, which is happening a few days from today. So yeah, it'll be the final airshow that we're hosting for the celebration of the passing of the key. Our next plane, something many people do not know exists in our fleet, is the AN124. This is a way better plane, our future replacement for the AN225. So yeah, it'll be amazing. Anyways, we are now taking off. Yeah, this thing needs a lot of takeoff space, so let's ignore that happened. So yeah, Cactus, just cut that out of the video. Cut it out, please. This thing needs a lot of takeoff room. So I have to spawn it in mid-air, just for it to work without hitting the crowd. But yeah, Cactus, please cut that out, please. Anyways, this will not be landing here as well. Pretty evident why. We were gonna use the Beluga, but no, we use this instead. Very nice aircraft. Very nice to handle. We'll just do a flyover in this one. Due to, this literally being the AN-124, less maneuverable than the AN-225. So yeah, it's flying to Brixton for its air show. Many aircraft are flying to Brixton today after this air show, because why not? Also due to there being the last, so I have to spawn it in mid-air, just for it to work without hitting the crowd. But yeah, Cactus air show. Many aircraft are flying to Brixton today after this air show, because why not? Also due to there being the last of the air shows and here we will sign the official contract aboard CEO 01. I own the airline. Okay, round of applause for the AN-124. Our next aircraft will be probably the most recognizable plane of our fleet. My personal plane. And the Air Force One of Cactus Airlines. CEO01. This is another 787. I don't know if we'll land this thing. But yeah. It is CEO01. Many people requested for this to be at the air show. At first we were skeptical, but now we are just like, yeah, why not? Flying over the city. Past the exchange building. What a flyover! And it flies over the exchange building, destroying a bit of the wing, but it is okay. It'll now be prepared for landing due to a bit of damage. That will need to be repaired, of course, but still, what a nice flyover. Could have crashed, but no. I thank the pilots most, aka me. I'm doing this from the radio of CEO01. Now, firstly, this is a perfect plane to me. I love it. The fan base loves it, so As you can see, it just flies over that bridge, and it will now be flying away to the Brixton air show, or it will come back. They're just going to burn some fuel. So yeah, give it a round of applause for CEO01. Now you might be wondering, everyone, what the hell is this, special thing? I am going to reveal it. This space battleship saved Bricklandia many times from 3 different enemies. The Lossian Empire, the Saboteurs, and the Metonians. And we've invited it here to be at our air show today. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the well-known space battleship Virginia. It's going to do a low flyover over the city, do some more aerobatics, because this thing's way more maneuverable. as you can see, and it flies over the city at tremendous speed. Oh my lord, that does a nice, very nice acrobatics maneuver. Now, it can use its directional thrusters to stop itself in case the need were to arise. Everybody knows this ship. It is an icon in Brick history. Many people do learn this in Brick history classes about how it saved us. Mainly from the saboteurs, because, you know, there's other classmates. The Scharnhorst was launched today. Whoever was watching the Scharnhorst launch, that live on TV, yeah, you might have told it was a special launch, very special. I personally went to it, amazing. But yeah, Virginia will now commence landing at the airport. So yeah, thank you to the crew on Virginia who let this happen. Because they are really kind. I used to cover the Virginia, so no wonder they came when I told them what's happening. Anyways, Virginia will now land, so you'll be free to explore it. And yeah, that will be nearly the end of the air show. Well, it's the end of the air show, definitely, but there's one more part to it. So yeah, well, that's the air show done once Virginia lands. We still need to sign the contract that will formally let me own the airline, and we'll say that I own the airline, and the gun salute from battleships Scharnhorst and the Missouri and Virginia as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's the New Yorkdale Air Show over. So yeah, keep tuned in because there are more good stuff at the end of the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just concluded this incredible air show, and we'd like to take a moment to address something important. As you may know, Mr. Cactus, the majority shareholder of Cactus Airlines Incorporated, will be stepping down from his position soon. He has informed us that some of the incidents featured in the video, such as a plane losing its landing gear, a Boeing 787 striking a building, and an Antonov An-124 losing its rear section and nose, were all intentionally included. These scenarios were carefully planned to send a message that no one is perfect and nothing is perfect. We are all only human. Thank you, Mr. Cactus, for your bold message and for contacting us. And thank you, everyone, for watching the Cactus Airlines Incorporated Air Show.